All right, great Friday morning. Hope everyone's going well, doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery in with you for our end of month edition to 15 minutes to mastery. That's right. Today is the end of month. Did you hit your goals? Did you reach your goals as a store? Did you reach your goals as a location, as a salesperson, as a house consultant? Did you hit your goals? Did you honor your commitments? That's what we want to talk about today, the power of commitment. And with that being said, that's why our quote for today comes from Neil Donald Walsh, which says, the biggest commitment you must keep is your commitment to yourself. The biggest commitment you must keep is your commitment to yourself. Too many housing consultants give themselves the pass. You set a goal. I'm going to deliver 4 houses this month. I'm going to deliver 5 houses this month. I'm going to make $200,000 this year. And then somewhere between that excitement to the reality of the end of the time period for that goal, say the end of the month of May, you wanted to deliver 5 and you delivered 2, 3, 0. I hope not, right? But we're going to talk today about the importance of honoring your commitments to yourself, why it's so important, what it affects beyond just the commitment itself, okay? But what it actually means to you as an individual when you can do that, okay? So I want to talk about that. Why is it that you don't hit your goal? It's just that there's a couple of different reasons why, all right? That most people will not hit their and look, man, I'm talking to you from experience, personal experience. I did it a lot of times. I have, whether it was as a salesperson, as a sales manager, even sometimes as a general manager, set commitments, didn't hit them. And then it was almost as if I tried to, sweep it under the rug or not make it such a big deal, but it is a big deal. But why is it that most people will not honor their commitments to themselves, to their company, to their family? When you make that goal for yourself, that affects your family as well. Right. So let's go over. First of all, it's the lack of clarity. Not having a true, clear goal is something that will affect you and whether or not you can hit your commitment. When you're not clear on the target, I use this reference all the time. You can't hit a target you don't see. So if you're not specific about your goals, then you're not going to hit them. And this week here in Tyler, Texas, I was working with one of their new guys, and on Wednesday we went through that exercise. Wednesday morning, I emailed him with a clear, specific list of goals that we had for that day, and we knocked them all out. We hit the goals that we were after. We helped him accomplish some of the goals, the KPIs that we set in place for new appointments and also for taking new deals for this week. So it's not having the clear, specific goal that you can be after. And of course, then having the goal, you got to plan for it. And most people will not plan. They think, well, I'm going to deliver 5 houses. But then they have no plan as far as how they're going to deliver 5 homes. And you don't realize that if you're going to want to deliver 5 homes in May, that means you should have done the work for it in February. So that's the other thing. All right. In this business, you have to understand that you're working now for 2 or 3 months in the future. What you do in June, what you did this month of May, you'll see the results of it in August, maybe July, but August and into September. And that's why it's so important that you be consistent with the work that you're putting in so that each and every month as you go down the road in the future are productive and they're great. They're great goals for you as far as you honoring your commitment, you hitting your goals, and you reaching that financial goal that you're after. The other thing that keeps people from honoring their commitments is a lack of accountability. This one is huge. You want to write down your goals. You got them written down, and then they're there for you. Man, you got to put it out there. You got to call your shot. You got to let everybody know this is what I intend on doing. This is my goal for the month. This is my goal of houses delivered. This is my goal of income. This is how many new deals I'm going to get for the month. This is how many appointments I'm going to set every week. This is how many people that I'm going to talk to each and every day, and break it all down and put it out there. And I would even tell you to go as far as hiring an accountability partner. All right. Start investing in yourself. And get somebody on the outside that can hold you accountable. But for that, you got to have discipline, because you can have me, you can have anybody else as your accountability partner. But if you don't have the discipline to put in the work, all we're telling you to you is just words. You're not going to put it into effect. And nothing that we do or say is going to have an impact on you until you start developing that motive, not just the motivation. The motivation will get you to start, but the discipline needed to make it happen, right? And without discipline, that's where fear sets in, fear of failure, because you know you're not going to do it. And so you paralyze yourself. You get paralyzed and you don't put in the work that would have gotten you to the goal. Right. And so why is it important that you honor your commitments? Well, it's so important. One, because you start building that trust in yourself. You start proving to yourself that you can do this, that you will do that, hey, if I say I'm going to do this one thing, I'm going to get it done and I'm going to make it happen. And the more that you do that, the more that it becomes easier for you to believe in yourself. You know that if you said you're going to get this done, you're going to make it happen. You know that if you said you were going to talk to 10 new clients this week, you're going to make it happen. You know that if you said you were going to get a certain project completed by a certain time, you're going to get it done, even if it means that you got to work through the night. Whatever it is, you start building that trust in yourself, the more and more that you honor your commitments. The other thing that comes with this psychological part of it, your subconscious mind gets affected by it now. Now, deep down inside, internally in your subconscious mind, your subconscious mind knows if you're real, if you're true, if you're a winner, or if you're a BSer. And I, my friends, was a BSer for many, many years of my life. I'd say I'm going to do this. It felt good. It felt good to say it. I felt good to plan it all. I'd go as far as planning it out, but I just wouldn't put the work in. The work is where it's at. The work is where it's at. And you got to put in the work before you get the belief. The work comes before the belief. If you, well, I just don't believe it's going to happen. Well, it's never going to you're never going to believe it if you don't put in the work. Well, I gotta believe so that I can put in the work. No, you got to put in the work. The work comes before the belief. Okay. And of course, if you can be that kind of person that honors your commitments, you're going to have long-term success in life and in business. And who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to have that long-term success? Who doesn't want the people around you noticing that there's something different about you? All you have to do is become a person who honors your commitments to yourself and get it done. Friday, May 31st. Did you hit your goals? Did you hit your goals for May? Did you deliver the amount of houses you said you were going to deliver? Did you as a store hit the number, or are you giving yourself the pass again? All right. You can't legitimately run a business for long-term success if you keep missing your commitments. So with that being said, what are the top ways that we can honor our commitments and hit our goals? Well, I'm glad you asked. You guys always ask some great freaking questions, man. I love it. I love it. So we're going to go over our top 5 as we always do, right? And so we're going to start, first of all, you got to set clear goals. They have to be clear and definitive goals. If you are a retail location or you are a community, you've got to put down how many homes you're going to hit, how many each individual housing consultant is going to get funded. You have to set in place the time frame of when these homes should be getting delivered based on when they're either coming offline or when they're going to be broken down on your lot to be delivered. So in order to do that, you also have to have gotten them close. You got to plan out if you've got a couple, man, if you're right now into May, let's say we're looking at June, and you're saying that in June you're going to deliver 10 homes and you have 5 of them closed and you think you're going to get another 5 closed and then deliver and fund in June, man, you're putting yourself in a very, very, very tough situation. You need to do everything within your power to get the next 5 deals ready to close or contracts already ordered by the end of next week so that you can at least have 3 weeks left in the month to try and get this thing done. But you got to get to the point where as a store, your June, everything is closed already by the end of April, maybe the middle of May at the latest. Houses, man, if you're ordering homes, well, obviously, you know what your turnaround times are for your factories, right? But setting clear and specific goals for housing consultants. How many homes am I going to deliver? How much money am I going to make based on the average gross profit of the sales price of those homes and what I'm going to be getting paid? Also, in order to be able to hit those numbers, how many homes do I have to sell in the month before? How many appointments do I need to have for that month? How many people do I need to talk to that actually come into the office so that I can get the applications in to get the deals done that I need to get in order to be able to deliver X amount of homes? So how many ads do I need to place? How many people need to be responding? How many calls do I need to make per day? And I'm here to make it easy on you. Set 2 appointments a day. Set 2 appointments a day. That should be your mentality each and every day that you show up at the office. If you're a housing consultant or if you're a sales and leasing agent or community, you should be setting 2 appointments a day. Walk-ins, whatever, that's separate. You should be personally setting 2 appointments a day. If you do that, along with everything else you've got to get done, that is a productive day because eventually you'll get it to the point where you actually have 10 people showing up, coming to see you each and every week. 5, well, let's call it 5 to 7 that actually show from the 10. And out of those 5 to 7, you'll sell 2 a week. You sell 2 a week. You work 50 weeks out of the year. You just sold 100 homes. Or at least started the next part of the process, on 100 homes a year, half of those get delivered. Congratulations, you delivered 50 homes in the year. All right. Does it sound that simple? It does sound simple, and it is simple. It just takes the work, like we talked about earlier, right? So once you have the clear goals, you've got to create a detailed action plan, kind of like what we just talked about, but a little more specific. And man, that is one of the things that we are just hands down, really, really strong at here at Manufacturing Home Sales Mastery. That's why we feel that we can be that accountability partner for you that you need to have, whether as a company or as an individual housing consultant. That's what we are here. The mission of Manufacturing Home Sales Mastery to help you take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. And that means operating at an elite level. That means us being your success partner in that. But you need to have, whether it's us or anybody else, man, you need to have an accountability partner. You need to put your goals out there so that you've got 1, 2, 10 people that know about it, that are constantly in your grill, making sure that you're getting stuff done or calling you on your BS. Okay. Now you got to stay focused. You got to stay focused on those goals. You can't let the distractions take you off your game. You can't let the setbacks just knock you off. You can't let the obstacles slow you down. You will have to address those obstacles. You will have the setbacks. You will have the problems that you got to deal with, but you've got to make sure that you stay focused. That doesn't make you cold-hearted. That doesn't make you a person that has no feelings. It just makes you understand that you can only control what you can control. I can't control the fact that somebody is sick. I can't control the fact that the weather is what it is. I can't control the fact that there was some BS that happened with in a trial in New York yesterday. I can't control any of that crap, no matter what I feel about it or how I feel about it. I got to keep going. They'll handle their stuff. Right? That'll get fixed. I'll have to do some of the things that I can do to fix those problems that are going on. Right? but you need to make sure that you stay focused. And lastly, you've got to cultivate the discipline and the resilience. The discipline to put in the work day in, day out, knowing what you're after, and the resilience to overcome the obstacles that come along the way, to be able to deal with the problems, to be able to handle the fact that 12 jurors in New York screwed something completely up. Don't even get me started on that. All right. You guys, man, it's the end of month today. Get after it. Make great things happen. Plan out your June. And if you need an accountability, if you want to take your business, your life, your career to a whole new level, if you're a retailer, if you're a community investment group or owner and want to help your sales teams operate at an elite level, you need to reach out to us here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, because that's what we're about. We're about bringing you not just the training, but bringing you the consulting services, the mentorship, the accountability that's needed to be able to get it done. And we've got other programs. We've got daily things that we do to help your team reach those levels. You guys have a great Friday. Man, there's still a few hours left in the day to get some deals funded. Go get them, baby. All right. Until then, I can't wait to meet you.